How can we appeal to the broadest demographic to make sure that we get the best possible result? And that's demographics when you're thinking in terms of rentals, but also resale value. The more people that are going to like your property, the higher rental amount that you're going to get. And when you sell that property, the more demographics that you can appeal to, the more people that are going to like the property, the more people that are going to come through the open home, and hopefully the more offers that you're going to get at a better price. As an investor, all we're trying to do is get the best return on our investment over the longer term. And there's some things that we've learned from buying so many properties over the years and talking to so many smart investors. And in today's video, I'm going to break down 5 things that smart investors just will not budge on when they're looking for a property. Now, the first thing is land size. Now, you've got to remember that the power is in the land. We understand that houses have outperformed units over the longer term, and this is mostly because the power is in the land. So the larger the piece of land that you can control, the better. Now, for us, we're looking at pieces of land that are at least 600 square meters. What we're seeing in a lot of the new developments and subdivisions, etc., is that the land size is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, which isn't a great thing. So when you're filtering to find a suitable property for when you're investing, make sure that you filter that at least 600 square meters and go out and try and purchase that one, because the bigger the piece of land, the better the ROI is going to be longer term, so long as you follow some of the other fundamentals as well. Now, the next is the house itself. You're looking for at least 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. The reason that we do this is to make sure that we're appealing to the right market in terms of rental and also resale. So when you're going to the rental market, you want to appeal to the families that are going to stay in your property for a longer period of time, and generally families require a few bedrooms. Also, for resale value, you want to make sure that you've got enough rooms to sell to those emotional owner occupiers or upgraders that are going to really want to get into that property. So make sure that you're looking at bigger floor plans, and that's actually the next thing that I wanted to talk about, the actual internal floor plan. Yeah, we're going for big 600 meter square blocks, but how much is that is taken up by the internal floor plan? Now, for us, we're looking at least 100 square meters. Nowadays, what we're seeing is small pieces of land and really big houses, so not too much outdoor entertaining space. Up here in Queensland, outdoor entertaining space is so important. Because it's so hot up here, people want to spend a lot of their time outside, so it's important to have those outdoor entertaining spaces, but it's important to have a nice big internal floor plan. So you've got a nice living space, you've got a nice separate dining space, you've got your kitchen area, then you've got your bedrooms separate that are all 3 by 3 meters. So internal floor plan is really important. The bigger, sometimes the better, as long as it's not taking up too much of the block, but it's definitely looking for something that's over 100 square meters. Now, it's quite easy to actually get that, because most of the time on the online advertisement, it's going to actually indicate a floor plan which will have a total square meterage inside. If not, you can always request this from the real estate agent. I think it's just absolutely crazy when a real estate agent lists a property without an internal floor plan, especially in a market right now where people are buying interstate, buying sight unseen. It's really, really, really important to make sure that you understand the feel and the dynamic of the internal floor plan of that property, but make sure that you're going for over 100 square meters. Coming back to that point on the bedrooms as well that I briefly mentioned there, we're looking at 3 by 3 meter bedrooms at least, because this is going to enable your tenants to fit a nice big queen bed in there and still have some bedside tables. It's going to enable them to fit in a tall boy if there isn't already some built-in robes there. Ideally, we've got 3 by 3 meters with a built-in robe on top of that as well. Just gives it a nice open feel, just gives it enough space to kind of fit everything in there without it feeling crammed like Harry Potter underneath the stairs. So make sure that you get those floor plans from the agents. Make sure that you step it out when you're inspecting the property yourself, so that you understand all of these different ins and outs, because you just don't want to budge on these things because you don't want to fail like so many people have. And the last tip that smart property investors won't budge on is off-street parking as well. You want to make sure that there's adequate parking options for the dwelling. It doesn't always need to be secure parking, but definitely off-street parking, at least some sort of carport. What you find with properties that have been built sort of 50, 60 years ago, a lot of the garages have been built in for additional living space because the floor plans were so small. But you really want to be getting into those properties that have got ideally a single or double lock-up garage, or at least a nice big carport, just to get their cars undercover. It's going to save them on insurance. It's going to make their life a hell of a lot easier, and it's just going to once again appeal to a broader demographic. And that is essentially what we're doing as property investors. How can we appeal to the broadest demographic to make sure that we get the best possible result? And that's demographics when you're thinking in terms of rentals, but also resale value. The more people that are going to like your property, the higher rental amount that you're going to get. And when you sell that property, the more demographics that you can appeal to, the more people that are going to like the property, the more people that are going to come through the open home, and hopefully the more offers that you're going to get at a better price. So when you're going out there and property investing, guys, make sure that you've got these things locked into your shortlist. Make sure that you've got them locked into your filters on realestate.com and domain. And that is 600 square meters. That's at least 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, at least a 100-meter internal floor plan, looking at 3 by 3 meter bedrooms, and also having some off-street parking. Hope you've enjoyed today's short and sweet video, guys. Send this through to somebody if they are looking in the market at the moment themselves and they're a little bit confused about what they should be looking at. You know, we just want to get the word out there so people can invest safely and securely and confidently, right? You know, this is what we're looking to do, to gain that confidence, to take action and get into the market. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We've also got a Facebook page and an Instagram that you can go and follow and like, so you can check out all the interesting things that we're doing at the moment and what we're helping our clients buy, because you can use this stuff as a blueprint for yourself when you go out there. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. And as always, you're now one step closer. Sweaty, so sweaty. Oh, that's good.